Alright, how we doing, you beautiful people? Konzi here, bringing you episode 37 of Kenshi Age of Blood and Sand Iron Man playthrough. To start this episode off, we have a Dust Bandits demands coming in. Not that that is a big deal, because as you can see, we are clearing it up real nice and quickly. What this does mean is that in about a day or two, the larger attack will be coming through for revenge. Not a massive issue. We're going to get our chainmail production up and going. The reason for this is we want the EX martial arts suits. These are super effective, as you can see right there. They offer really good coverage all round, and they offer decent protection. Nothing amazing, but it is still pretty good. And the best bit is they give you an extra 1.1%, well, not percent, but 1.1 to your attack speed. So that's an extra 10% to your attack. We have sent Lidus down to Black Scratch. The reason we are down in Black Scratch is we are looking for the scrap helmets. Unfortunately, they didn't have any, so we're going to settle for second best and just buy a bunch of schematics. They were just there on the left of the screen for you. We got a couple guys that we're going to need to gear up. We have the Western Hive coming in for a trade. For whatever reason, it is glitching out a little bit, so had to manually move everything across, which is super annoying. We'll then get medicine production up and going. We're going to put the Medicrate into the armory, so that means when I get new hives, I can equip them all with the weapons, armor and medikits at the same time. Not as efficient, but is what needs to be done. We're going to split the group, so we're going to have our city guard and then our slave rescue. So that means when we go to attack the Holy Nation, I'm not going to have to use as much micro to move people about. So this is going to be pretty spot on. And we now have the Adventurers Guild coming in. This is going to be really good. So we have Oya coming in. He's going to be a prince, but he's going to be mainly a medic. So I'm going to have him on the medical station and run around and healing. We're going to create a medical corps, so like a designated corps just for medics running around, which will hopefully mean as this game gets later on, we won't have our guys running to and from leaving their jobs to try and heal people. We'll just have a dedicated group of people set just to medic. If everything goes really bad, then obviously we can use them, but this means our production is going to stay up and not take a hit when we get attacked. It is a shame we don't have very much money at the moment. We only have 35,000 cats, so that's only going to be enough to buy us 7 hives. There was a lot of hives there, so a lot of them are now just going to go to waste, which is a shame. I would have really liked to have been able to buy all of them. Not the end of the world. We can always sell some more stuff and go to the Adventurers Guild again. As you can see, we are starting to run low on armor at the moment. Reason for this is I've changed all my production over to chainmail. We'll go back to creating hive plates in just a little bit. It's just for now, I wanted those EX suits being kicked out as quickly as we could, because they are going to be pretty awesome. And they take a long time to make, whereas the hive plate does not take long at all. You can, I think it's about 2 to 3 sets of armor you can build in a day, whereas it takes like 2 days for one EX suit. So yeah, that's the thing. We have sent the attack off Bad Teeth, so it is official. We have started our offensive against the Holy Nation, and we're going to fight, and we are going to win, unless we lose, which is a very real possibility. But I reckon we should be able to take Bad Teeth. Might not take it in the first attack, but in the second or the third, it will definitely fall. Issue we have right now is my hives have decided they are the creatures from I Am Legend, and are all just huddling in a corner. Pretty simple. There's just too much going on in the station house, and the pathing's messed up. I've redone the navigation mesh, and that hasn't helped. So what we're going to do is we'll just create a second building, like an outpost, and I think what we'll do is we will move the robotics production across into the outpost. Simple reason, it's going to be further away from the combat, so other guys are going to fight first, because if you mess up on a robotic limb, it's kind of a big deal, because that is a lot of production would have gone to waste if you made a bad quality robotic limb. So obviously something that we do not want to do. We have arrived at Bad Teeth, and we are arriving through the north. What we're going to do is we will wait until it is dawn to launch the attack. Fairly simply, I want to be able to see what's happening. I want this to be a nice, big, glorious battle. Whilst we're waiting for dawn, what we're going to do is we're just going to equip a couple of the guys back at the base, try to get the outpost finished and set up. So whilst the attack's going on, we can start our robotics production so we can then sort out what's happening in the station house. And I think this is going to be as good a time as any. By the time we get over there, the sun's going to start to rise, and then we will be able to attack at the crack of dawn. Alright, it is go time. We're just going to use a pretty simple strategy of run at them and hope we kill more of them than they kill us. It's about as evolved as my tactical prowess is in this game. Just run at them and hope that you win. We will end up micromanaging Nippy a little bit just to take out key targets. Lidus and Ray I'll leave to do their job. Nippy just went and ate someone's leg, it looks like, because he's just demoralising people like that. That'd be horrific. Like a 4.5 foot tall like dog just bites your leg off and then eats it in front of you while just nomming on all your friends. Yeah, he's a good doge like that. We'll try to take out their main fighters, their toughest guys first, because they just don't seem to have that many people in this town at the moment. Well, they've got a lot of dead people on the steps. So there's going to be a lot of people missing arms, missing legs, so even if this attack fails, when we come back, they are not going to be in as good of a situation to be able to defend themselves. One thing we do need to be careful of is that the Holy Nation's roaming patrols will come through this area. So if we're not too careful, we're going to get sandwiched between a Holy Nation patrol and the city itself, and then we could be in quite a lot of trouble because we won't have a way to be able to break out to escape. It'll be a mini Stalingrad. We're going to take out the top half of the town first, and if everyone's still up and everything's going alright, we'll carry on. So we got one guy down. Not a massive issue. Looks like the Holy Nation was trying to kidnap him, well, arrest him. Not a big deal because I can always have got Lidus to come along and just break them out. So it looks like the other guys are looking after him. But then, to be fair, Tuscan is a new addition to the colony, so we can't expect him to be up with the likes of Tychus and Tucantino at the moment. He is getting there. The fact that he managed to get to the battle and he has done alright so far is pretty good going. Also, he's just going to get more experience and more fights we get him in, so that is going to be pretty ideal. We do have Tucantino just going around and ruining everyone's day. Like, that hive is coming along so well, it's untrue. Lidus, you know, what can we say? Lidus just does what Lidus does, and the other guys are holding pretty well. It looks like we're securing the top half of the town, which is obviously a good thing because it'll be a nice staging area for if we start to attack into the base, but we do need to be mindful of the time and how long we're here, because we are expecting a Holy Nation assault to be heading to our base within about the next day or so. We've also just had those bandit demands come through. Those bandit demands means they're going to be followed by a bigger bandit demands behind it. The city guard are okay. They're not great, but they are okay. So the idea with them is that they will just be able to buy enough time for if an attack comes through that my slave rescue will be able to get back and then bail out the town as such. So they're just a delaying action, and just hopefully enough to fend off like 250 starving bandits, because that seems to be the main attacks coming through. If things like grief wraiths or Onis come through, yeah, they're going to be in a lot of trouble, but we haven't seen them in quite a while, so I'm thinking that the pathing and the spawn rate in the area around our base has changed, so I'm not too worried about those. So that should be pretty good. They'll be able to do what they need to do. They'll be able to buy us the time that we want. And what we're doing here is we're just slowly going to back out of the town so that we can get back before the attacks come in, or the Holy Nation arrives, or the bandit demands arrives. And also gives us a chance just to pull the guards away from the town and pick them off piecemeal. And no one's damaged their legs, so it is a good time for everyone to be able to get out whilst we can move at full speed. So it's looking like this was a real successful attack. We managed to get in, cause a bunch of damage. We're working our way out now. We should be able to get back before the bandit demands gets to the base. The Holy Nation also gets to our base, so we'll be able to fight both of them back with little to no trouble, and then we can come back and then finish off Bad Teeth, which won't be a massive issue. It looks like the bandit demands is coming from the north to us, which is going to be on the same route that we're taking. If we are quick and we play the cards right, we should be able to intercept it. But this is a issue. And I was just talking about the Oni. Every time I bring the Oni up, they show up. I need to stop talking about them. I really do. Onis are tough. They can do a lot of damage, but they got a super slow attack speed. So if you can fight them 2-on-1, 3-on-1, you are normally always going to win, even with lower level guys. But they have 112 strength, super thick armor, and a real high HP pools. My guys might just be able to hold, and well, ultimately, if they can't hold, we're going to have to do another trip into Verge to try and rescue our guys again. And I don't think we'll get as lucky this time as we did last time. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will need to bring this episode to an end. So thank you very much for watching episode 37 of Kenshi, Age of Blood and Sand. All the comments, likes, subs have been amazing. You guys are awesome. And I look forward to catching you on the next one.